Hey guys, welcome back to a new episode of the Convo with Moe podcast. It's your girl Moe Diggs, your big sis, your little sis, your big cousin, your little cousin. And today we have a really juicy topic, guys. I'm so excited to talk about this. Y'all know I love talking about friendship. That's like girlhood, friendship, all those things. That's my jam. But today we're going to be talking about accountability in friendships and why it is so rare for people to own up to their mistakes. Why is it so rare? Even myself, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not just talking about you. I'm talking about me too. Sometimes I just don't see it. I can't lie. Sometimes I just don't see it. Like what you're saying, I'm hearing it, but I'm not seeing it. Like this problem that you have with me, I get it, but I don't feel it. So today we're going to get into that, some accountability that I've taken over the years and all the things. We're also going to get into why you should not give up your dreams for a man. I did a TikTok on this a while ago and the comments got kind of juicy, so I want to dive into it a little bit more. So let's just get into it, guys. Okay, so over the years, I have realized that true friendship requires self-accountability and self-awareness and the ability to say, I was wrong. Now, over the years, I have also gotten really good at saying, my bad, I was wrong, I didn't see that. I'm also 29, so I can say in my early years, you could not tell me nothing about myself. I'm so sorry. Like, in my early 20s, I did not care about losing friends. Like, you could not tell me nothing about myself because I knew that there was a plethora of friends. And I feel like I've learned in life, it just does not work that way. Like, you have to maintain all your relationships and people that pour into you, even if they're not your bestest friend, like you still have to pour back into them and you have to care. I feel like I've learned about my ego. And the reality is the reason why people aren't accountable to themselves and they aren't self-aware is because of how big their ego is. Like it starts with your ego. It starts with how highly you think of yourself, but not in like the confident way, in like the arrogant way. I realized that I am, and I think also my faith has something to do with this, right? Because like once I got saved, I was like, oh, I am faulty. Like I have flaws. Like the only person that is perfect is Jesus. And because I have flaws, I can hurt people that I love. Like I can affect the people that I care about and unintentionally, not intentionally, right? Like my actions can affect people that I love without my knowledge. And it's important to fix that. Like it's important to acknowledge that. I think first acknowledging it and then fixing it, right? I feel like, man, the past 10 years of my life, I've done so much self-work partly because I've been with my partner for 10 years, my husband, we've been together for 10 years. And over the 10 years, man, like when you get married, your partner is a mirror. And I think it's the same thing with things with friendships if you do it right. Your friends should be a reflection of you. Like they should be a reflection of who you are. Like birds of a feather flock together. That's real. Your friends should be a reflection of who you are. When you see your friends, you should see all the good things about yourself. And they will sometimes show you the bad things about yourself, but that is where that self-awareness comes and that accountability comes. It is so important when somebody tells you about yourself, child, you got to take it in. You got to deep it. You got to take it in. My homegirl called me the other day and she was like, you know what? No, my homegirl did not call me. I called her and I was like, oh, let's get dinner. Like, let's have dinner, me, her husband. And she was like, girl, I'm like, I'm not feeling your inconsistency. And I was like, what do you mean? And I actually looked at our last text messages and she was like trying to make plans with me and I was traveling and I then like my son had something and it's like obviously things were happening, but like, girl, you should be hitting her back and trying to make the plans work. Anyways, I realized that I was gonna pounce back. When she was like, you're being inconsistent, I'm not gonna lie. I was gonna be like, girl, I got this going on. And then I was like, man, well, I care about this person and they're telling me something that I'm doing that bothered them. So right now they are being vulnerable. And I think that is so important. When somebody is confronting you about something, it is them opening up to you. It is them being vulnerable. It's not them trying, well, I don't know. Some people be trying to attack you, but not all the time, girl. Sometimes people are just being vulnerable and it takes a lot of courage to tell somebody about themselves. Like it takes a lot of courage and guts to be like, yeah, girl, I'm hurt by this. You did this thing and it hurt me. And I feel like we don't pay attention to that. We don't care about that part. And I have noticed that now I care about that part, the heart of it. you are telling me this because it is bothering you, it is making you uncomfortable, it is making you sad, it is harmful to you. And that is the purpose of this conversation, not my ego that is bruised because you've told me that you don't like something that I'm doing, or not my ego that is bruised because you've told me that I am hurting your feelings. Like, and I don't think I am. Let's get into that part. Just because you don't think you're doing something doesn't mean that you're not doing something, right? So I had a homegirl that, oh my gosh, I had a friend that was a photographer. She would always come take pictures of me. This was like the beginning of our friendship. She would always come take pictures of me. I'd be like, girl, let's hang out. And she'd be like, okay, bet. And I'd be like, actually, can we take some photos too? Can you bring your camera? And she'd be like, yeah, sure. And sometimes we take pictures and sometimes we wouldn't. But I never thought anything of it because the pictures would take 5 minutes and then we'd like hang out, we'd get dinner, like we'd do things. And then one day she was like, Mo, I just feel like you only hang out with me for my camera. And I was like, oh my gosh, why do you think that? Because I wouldn't hang out with you for 5 hours for 5 minutes of pictures like that. I mean, maybe somebody would, but that's not my MO. And then I took it to I thought to myself, I said, whoa, no, this person is sharing with you something that is hurtful to them. They feel like you're using them. And I was like, how do I fix this? I was like, yo, I'm just gonna not, I'm gonna get a photographer. Like, I care about you and I care about our friendship. So I am gonna get a photographer. Did I finish that other story about my friend where I was told that I was doing something wrong? Oh yeah, I did. Where I told her that. Okay, sorry. I sometimes you guys know how this podcast goes. My thoughts kind of jump around. But with that other friend, yeah, I told her, I was like, I'm gonna fix this. I'm gonna be accountable. I took it to the chin and I said, I'm going to be more consistent and I'm going to be better. And that is the reality of friendships, even with my friend that was a photographer, just being like, I'm so sorry that I'm doing this to hurt you, even though it's not intentional. I will fix it to make you feel better because I want you to feel better. I want you to feel good around me. I want you to feel safe around me. I want you to know that if I'm doing something to harm you, to hurt you, to make you feel bad, there is space for you to correct me, and vice versa, right? I would love, because of the way that I respond to correction, I believe that my friends then in turn adhere to my correction. Like when I say, oh, yo, I don't like this, they don't think I'm coming from a hard place because I can receive it. You know what I mean? You know those people that are like big bad and they're like, they'll tell you how they feel, da 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 da, and then the second you tell them how they feel, how you feel, they're like, it's like, whoa, like what happened? What happened when it was my turn? You was giving it to me raw. Now when I'm giving it to you, it's like you're not really taking it. I don't know about those friendships. I don't think those kind of people should be friends. I'm also not friends with people who dish out what they can't take. I feel like if you're a big bad wolf, you got to be a big bad wolf with your chest and be able to take what you give. I am 100% a believer in that. Like, I don't play those kind of games. Anyway, child, we're all flawed. We are all flawed. And I think true friendship acknowledges that and they choose to grow together. Like, you acknowledge your flaws and you grow together and you take accountability. You guys and me have probably lost some really good people because we were not able to take accountability, or they were not able to take accountability. But in a really good friendship, you will always do check-ins with my best friend. Hey, you doing all right? You good? You love me still? Yeah. You do that with your friends. Make sure you're in their good graces because you need them. I said this in the last episode. You need your girls. I'll say it in every episode. You need your girls. You need your friendships. You cannot do life without girls. Thank you. Okay. Let's talk about never giving up your dreams for a man. I have never seen a man put his dreams on hold for a woman, nor have I ever seen a man encouraged to leave his dream for a woman. I've never seen it. Men never do it. They never do it. They chase their goals and their partners are expected to support them. But boy, do I see women put their dreams on hold for men. I mean, what is that? Lauren Conrad will always be known as the girl who didn't go to Paris for a boy or something like that. Like, you just never should give up. I've never seen a woman give up her dreams for a man and it benefit anyone but the man. Honestly, truly. They will give up everything, and the only person that profited from it is that man. And then you have to try again later in life at 50 because you gave up your dream for, your your husband and or your boyfriend or whomever, you know. The only person that makes sense for is if you literally know your husband is going to be the president of the United States of America, like Michelle Obama. I think honestly, like that's it. When I met my husband, we both had dreams, we both had visions, and we got together and we made one vision for our family. And we said, we're both going to chase our dreams. Maybe sometimes I take a little step back and support my husband, and maybe sometimes he takes a little step back and supports me, but nobody is giving up on their dreams. And I feel like if you meet a man and he tells you to give up on your dreams for him and just fully support him in what he's doing full throttle, unless he is quite literally going to be Cristiano Ronaldo and you're going to get a Netflix special in 10 years for just being his wife, I would say, baby, do not give up on your dreams. And even then, I feel like you still regret it. Like you still, like, you know what I mean? I don't know. I just feel like I've never met a woman who gave up on her dreams for a man. Like older women always say, never give up your dreams for a man. Like keep going. You know what I mean? Doesn't matter what he's saying, especially if you're not married. Jesus, a boyfriend, like giving up your dream for a boyfriend. What is a boyfriend? I just did a video the other day on TikTok and I was like if you're in a talking stage, you're just friends. Talking stage equals friendship. Like boyfriend, your boyfriend's telling you to give up your dreams. He hasn't even fully committed to you. He's telling you, oh baby, come support me, drop out of college, do this, quit your job. And you're like, yes, come on, man. Like, come on. Your boyfriend? Not even your husband? Who's made a commitment? Even then, I still think no, but like boyfriend, baby, put him on hold. Tell him, come back for me. You know how men be telling women, like, just wait for me, I'll come back? Like, tell him, wait for me while I go chase my dreams. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. See if he wait. See if he wait. Thank you. I just feel like it is so important to keep pushing for what you want, no matter who you're with. Like, no matter what you got going on, girl, keep chasing your dreams. The women in my family, oh, let's talk about my life. The women in my family are all entrepreneurs, all hardworking. Like my mom's side of the family, oh my gosh. Like my mother was a business owner. Let me talk about my mom, yo. She was in that case. I love my mom. God rest her soul. My mom, so my parents got married and my mom wanted kids. She wanted to have kids, get them out the way. Boom. She had 3 kids and she was like, I'm going to stay at home for a couple years and I'm going to take care of them. But while I'm at home, I'm going to be doing my hair, my beauty supply store, I'm going to be doing hair in the house. She was doing hair in the basement. Boom. So my mom is doing hair in the basement and my dad is working. And then I think we're all at the age now where we're getting on the bus and we're going to school. And she's like, why am I doing hair in the basement? I want to build a salon. And my dad was like, not right now. And she was like, yes, right now. And my mom took my dad's social security. I'm pretty sure this is fraud. She took my dad's social security number and obviously she had his signature. I don't know what bank allowed this, but she went and she got a loan. She signed off on it and she bought a salon. And it's so funny because my dad it was very successful. Like all of her businesses were very successful. And my dad is always like, yeah, I was always so proud of her, but man, your mom was in that case. But I loved her. Like she was such a go-getter. She did not care. She was like, we're married, so I'm going to step back for a second. I'm going to keep doing my business though. I'm going to keep chasing my dreams in the house. But the second these kids are in school, I'm getting my salon. And if you tell me to hold on, then I'm not holding on. And listen, I won't say she was right, but I won't say she was wrong because he made a promise. And I feel like that's so important. Like, go get your things. Get your things. Like, get your things. Like, I am my mother's child. I'm telling you, because you're not going to promise me a hair salon. And then when it's time, you over here taking your time. No, baby, we going to that bank. We going to the bank. I love my mother so much. My aunt is also a business owner. She owns a large roofing business in Ghana. And like, all the women in my family are just brilliant. My little sister is going to law school. My little cousin is going to law school. My older cousin is an entrepreneur. She owns a business. And I just love that we're all go-getters. Like, we don't depend on a man. We love to be taken care of, though. Can't lie. Everybody put up. But we also love to put ourselves up. Like, we need to have our own money coming in. You know, we need to have our own careers. We need to have our own things. You know, we need to have our own things. And so, yeah, it's so important to keep pushing for what you want, no matter who you're with. And if someone really loves you, like, they're gonna uplift you. They're gonna support you. They're not gonna tell you to put your dreams on hold for them, unless they like are Barack Obama. Like, if you believe your black man is gonna be the next leader of the free world, and they are going to be as good as a president as Barack Obama was, baby, you might gotta be Michelle. I'm not gonna lie, but if not, I don't know. I wouldn't say do it. I don't know. Like, even Michelle, I feel like Michelle, now she's doing her press tour. Like, she be like going on Barack. Like, yeah, I was very unhappy, and I don't know. Like, chill. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, I feel like right now in my life, I am always focused on keeping the peace in my family. So I ain't signing no loans in my man name. Shout out to my mama. But I'm getting my way. I am. But he makes sure of it. Like, my husband is so supportive. He really is. And my husband, oh my gosh, he is just the kindest, most supportive man. Like, he has always been like, you're gonna be a star, you know, you're so talented. Like, he says that phrase all the time, you are so talented. Like, man, he speaks so much life into me. And I'm like in the studio now, and I'm so happy that I'm just able to talk to you guys on camera, and you guys are able to see my emotes. But yeah, like, he's just such a good guy, and he's always just so supportive. Like, you need to find a man who's going to support you in your dreams and your crazy ideas. And the fact that I don't know how many people are going to watch this, but he's like, are you ready to go? You know, he helped me pack my things this morning to come to the studio. And, you know, he's just like, he's my assistant. And he got a career. He has a pretty good big career of his own, you know, but he's like, I don't care. I'm going to be there to assist you and help you with your first couple episodes. So I love him, and make sure you guys find a love like that. Like, somebody who, they don't care how busy they are. They're going to make time for your dreams. They're going to make time for the things that you are important to you. They're just going to make time for you, and they care about you, your dreams, your visions, and how they can make that happen. I love him. Anyways, guys, that's pretty much it. This was a good conversation. I love talking to you guys. I love being here, and I love my podcast, and I love my listeners. And yeah, I hope this conversation encourages you to reflect on how you show up on your friendships, and reminds you to never put your dreams on the back burner, guys. Like, never, 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 never. Show up for your girlies. Show up for your friendships. And also, reflect. Accountability. Self-awareness. You're not the bad guy because you did a bad thing. I had to learn that too. Let's get back into that. You're not the bad guy because you did a bad thing. Maybe, and not like a serious bad thing. Maybe you did do a really bad thing and then you are the bad guy. But like, if you did something that hurt your friend, you're not a bad guy. You did a bad thing, and you should fix it. That's all. Be a better person. Become a good guy. Do good things. I don't know. Anyways, guys, yeah, I could talk about that whole accountability thing and just like taking accountability for your mistakes. Over the years, you learn so many things, and that is one of them. I like to maintain the friendships with the amazing women around me. So I take accountability when I've made mistakes. That way, when they've done something preposterous, I can also tell them. But that's it for this episode, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. As you guys know, you can always find me at Moe Diggs. That's 2 E's and 2 G's. And you can find on TikTok and Instagram. And you can find the podcast page at A Convo with Moe on Instagram. And I am making a TikTok, so you can find it on TikTok too. And yeah, that's it for this podcast, guys. Make sure you guys leave 5 stars. Duh. And leave reviews and share this with everyone that you know, and all the things. All right, okay. The first couple podcasts of this season will be short, but also, guys, leave comments. Let me know, who do you guys feel like I should chat with? I am getting ready to bring on some guests, and I need some recommendations. Like, who do you feel like I would have a key with? Like, just a good key. Okay. All right, that's it, guys. Love you guys. Bye.